away. Gage in the middle, taps it down. McLeod had the footy, immediately tackled very strongly.
Gage has hurt himself too.
And yes, could be an ankle or something of that ilk, but he's we'll find out. Going to contest this tap down as Weiss tried to kick it off the ground, didn't make contact. On the ground there was Hayes, but the ball turned over as Troy Maharis, long kick inside 54, Thomson. Now Leslie, if he can pick it up, he's away. All handball, unfortunately went behind O'Connor, picked up by Hardman, immediately tackled by O'Connor. Good pressure in there by the Thomson forwards, which is good. Nolan, handball over the top, picked up Nick Maharis, hook around the body.
I think he's kicked it.
It's going to be very, very close. The goal umpire said, clear, a goal to Nick Maharis. What a start to the third quarter for Thomson. That's their 10th goal, 10-8-68. Lead North Geelong 6-4-40. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, and that goal came in a minute.
Yeah, that's good football. They looked dangerous in there when it drops into that hot spot there, and with Nick Maharis around there, that was a great goal. Be able to get onto his left foot there. I'm just looking at this forward setup here with Thomson. I wouldn't have Leslie that close to Greg. He's capable of playing footy on the ground as well, and get him out 20 metres and then come in on the drop of the footy. That's what I'd have. Use your brains, boys.
Special comments from Laurie to Goldie.
And coaching. Not allowed to coach there, are you?
And no fee charged. Back into the centre. Let's see if Gage is going to do the ruck work. He might have recovered from that injured leg he has. Up he goes. Knocked the ball to the ground, but taken away out of the centre. North Geelong get up towards Habib at half forward. Out he comes. Bradley's there with him. Habib at ground level. Worked the ball out of the pack. Stacks on the bill. A little chance for a little kick around the body. Okay from Thomson, but chopped off. Jamie Weiss just drifting into that little space forward of the centre. Took the mark. Wanted to play on. Went to hand pass. And no one to give it to. So he has to kick it with his left foot. Down towards centre half forward. Thomson had got the numbers. A long kick out of defence. Might have been from Dowie. Got it down towards out wide. Trying to take the mark, couldn't do so, Tim Gardner. Jimmy Onturk runs on it for North Geelong. He's tackled as he kicks. Around the body it goes, and Jade Hayes takes a little timely mark in front of Troy Maharis out there on the far side centre wing. And they'll be looking for Jade Hayes to stamp an impost on the game because haven't seen much of him. Hadn't had a lot of ground time. He kicks an absolute shocker and chopped off and marked, in fact, by Dan O'Connor, and he'll set Thomson free.
And chips it in the middle of the ground. Christian Hyland, another mark. So Hyland now chips it further forward. The leads come from Nick Maharis. Got away from Brett Nolan. Decides to play on. Handball to himself inside 50. If the ball it bounces up, can he get back on his right foot? He can. Where has he kicked it? Right across. Oh, he's given a point, I think.
I think he tried to kick it, Stuart.
Tried to kick a check side. 2 goals, 2 to Nick Maharis. Another behind to Thomson. 10-9-69 Thomson. They lead North Geelong 6-4-40. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, 3 minutes gone.
You're a popular man, Uncle Eric. You had the blue rinse set coming in to give you a wave. Now the kid about 1.5 years old, just give you the wave. Any relation? Ball back into play. Joey McDevitt dropped that one as it was kicked to him. Good enough to get it at ground level. Got it to Jade Hayes. His right foot kick is around close to the boundary line. Centre wing, far side of the ground. And it's run out of bounds.
Thomson were away. They had numbers there.
That was Todd McLeod, I think, just about to grab it and take off. But unfortunately, the ball was too close to the fence and over it went. Centre wing, far side of the ground. Scoreboard shows 69 plays 40, so it's a 29-point margin in favour of Thomson. The ball back into play, up towards nearly to half forward for North Geelong. No one able to gain it there for them. Hand pass come back towards O'Brien. It clean bowled him at ground level.
Who was that? Couldn't pick it up.
Gage.
I think it might have been Big Gage. The ankle's hurting a bit, I think, and he just couldn't get hands and knees to get the footy. And it's out of bounds on the far side of the ground, the centre wing.
So 4 minutes into the third quarter. 69 plays 40. Thomson in front. Neither ruckman get a tap in there. Ball comes to ground. At ground level, now it stacks on the mill. So the umpire puts a whistle on play. And true centre wing out of side. Here at Thomson, 4.5 minutes gone, third quarter.
When you get a minute, Laurie, I'd like Christian Hyland stats, please.
Okay.
Up they go. Ball not the ground. Went towards Allsop. Couldn't pick it up. Gage. The ruckman's got it. Got a hand pass over the top. Got a teammate running on it. Noel Riley. He gets one further afield to Bradley. Now twigs the ball back towards the grandstand side. Chance for Barnett to mark. Oh, he got the... I reckon the shoulder might have upset him there. He got the hands on it, but didn't hang on to it under no pressure at all. Kicks it off the ground, though, as he's flat as he kicked it off the ground. Goes back towards Bradley. He's in trouble. Gets out of play. At centre half back for Thomson. Kicks the ball out wide. Barnett's a chance to redeem himself. Kicked off the ground by a Thomson player there. Out of bounds it goes. Is that okay? Is that deliberate? No, said the umpire. Will have a boundary throw in right in front of the scoreboard, which shows us Thomson's 10-9-69. North Geelong 6-4-40. Laurie, those stats.
17 kicks and 13 handballs.
He's having a good day.
Fair effort. I just wonder if Bradley, the pace of the game a bit much for him. Hasn't played seniors for a long time, and he just made a couple of mistakes of late as the ball comes from the throw into Scown. Looking for Rowe in the forward pocket. It's picked up by Allsop. Runs into the open goal. Blazes away. Missed by a fair margin, I think. Has got a behind. So a behind first score to Shane Allsop for the day. A behind the North 6-5-41. Trail Thomson 10-9-69. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 6 minutes gone.
He's been shifted forward also, I think you'll find, to try and give him some bite and attack. Perhaps kick a couple of those long goals that he can do. As Harriet's going to take this kick in. He's recovered from a bit of treatment he received off the ball earlier in the second quarter.
Bit of a zone defence here from North. It's an interesting
not much
tactic.
to go for. Now he elects to go to the grandstand side. Forbes has a chance. Can he get up and take this one? No, he can't. Harbin flies. He couldn't handle the mark. Ball at ground level. Riley gets a punt kick around his body. Down towards the centre wing. Forbes is having an absolute red letter today. He picked it up at his heels, the big fellow. Kicked the ball towards centre half forward. Bounces badly. McDermott got a fist on it. Got it back towards Matheson. He was tackled. Armstrong was in there. He got it out of the pack. Come out there towards Nolan. He got a hand pass away and a right hand into the guts there of Timmy Gardner as well. Comes to Leslie. Leslie's hand pass back to Gardner. Gardner a hand pass out wide. That might have been Mahiris, was it?
Troy, yep.
Mahiris, yes it was. Left foot kick. McDermott couldn't mark, so he threw the fist at it. Well done, Joey. Knew he couldn't take the mark. He threw the fist and punched it over the boundary line. Half forward flank position with Thomson in attack.
Probably lack of talk. Joey McDermott was in the right spot to actually mark it, Cookie, but no talk, and he looks for the safety of the boundary. That's probably, as a defender, that's your first tactic.
Okay.
Ball thrown in, half forward flank for Thomson. Up high is Greg. Ball punched backwards by Jamie Weiss to the boundary, and we'll have a repeat performance from the boundary umpire. 7.5 minutes gone, third quarter. 41 plays 69. Thomson in front, kicking with the aid of what bruise there is. Seems to have dropped a little, although it's gusting perhaps. Greg pushed out of the contest on that occasion. A kick by Joey McDermott was the soccer kick, I think, but in the way, Dan O'Connor, he's kicked the ball to the lead of Sabali Armstrong. Where's his opponent? I think it might have been Joey McDermott, who's been in the play a fair bit in the last couple of minutes and looking for some petrol tickets, perhaps temporarily. But
well, I know you can't be everywhere, Eric, and Joey's trying hard, but I think number one priority will be number two, I think, and stick with him.
I'm not convinced he's playing on him. We'll have a bit of a look at it after he kicks this. So he did play in the first half.
I don't think it is Joey.
I think they made a change, but
Barnett holding that hand there.
Oh, absolutely. So man on the mark, 40 metres out from goal, near enough to directly in front. 5 goals already to his credit. Sabali Armstrong moves in. It's a lovely looking kick. The goal umpire has not moved, except now to put the 2 hands up. Goal number 6 for Sabali Armstrong, and it's 6 out of 11. 11 goals, 9.75 Thomson. Lead North 6-5-41. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 8.5 minutes gone.
Laurie, scoreboard tells us he's the difference.
Well, he certainly is. It's a great effort out there, and look, I just think the big difference is today, Cookie. They just can't seem to get the ball out of the middle of the ground, North, and
Joey McDermott, who's he on?
Yeah, he's still going. Joey's still going with him. Nearly time for a change.
I think you might be right, Coach Cook. You might make a coach, I think.
I don't think so. I'll stick with the commentary and see if I can do any good at that. Back into the centre.
Now
have a look at the ball.
Umpire checking with the players. Thinks the ball's a bit flat.
Someone's had the 2 bob in there.
No, it's no good either.
Pulling up the seam.
He's had a good day, Sabali. He's flattened the footy now. Kick 6 and flattened the footy. That doesn't happen too often.
That puts a new slant on, kicking the cover off it.
Absolutely.
Now, let's have a bit of a look. They're just going to get the footy. Who's that, number 11?
That's Dane Norris.
That's what I was thinking.
That's Dane Norris. So maybe they've got another change that we haven't been made aware of.
Yeah, I thought it was a mascot or something kicking the ball, but it's actually Dane Norris. Number 11, as we wait for the new ball to arrive back in the centre, it is. So Dane Norris is on the bench for North Geelong.
Well,
we can tell you that.
Unless he's warming players up.
Well, I know he hasn't been on the ground yet. I'll go back to the centre and see what happens. 75 plays 41, and Thomson in front in the third term. Up they go. Weish got that one to ground. Here's a chance for Hearn out of the centre. He was good in the first term. Haven't seen much of him since. Dummies around, gets a hand pass away. Give it to Jade Hayes. Took a little while to get out of the footy. Scown attacks it. Couldn't hang on to it though. Hand pass came out of the pack. One from Harriet was a beauty. Set out wide there.
Oh, coat
a
hanger.
bit high on McLeod there. And the umpire has paid advantage. Play on, he said. As it went towards Mahiris, he couldn't hang on to it. Got it at ground level, hand pass to Riley, running at half forward, runs to the 50. Allsop goes after him, Riley kicks it long to the goal square. He has kicked it over the top of the pack, it's a goal.
Terrific work, Russell Grigg in the goal square, fantastic. Noel Riley's kicked his first, and that's the 12th for the Thomson side, 12-9-81. Lead North Geelong 6-5-41. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard, 10.5 minutes gone.
Laurie is very sad. Dick Philpott put his head round the corner. What are you so excited about? He's disappointed for two reasons. One, his beloved Magpies are in trouble, and two, he didn't get any of those scones, jam and cream that I got.
Well, we should have bought some out for him, a bit of cream.
Yeah, rub them in his nose.
No, that was a bit of good work by Russell Grigg there. I was just waiting for him to put his big hands up, but he knew what he was doing. He was out, just going to push the defender out of the way.
In the middle once again, ball goes up. Weiss gets the tap down this occasion. Hardman leads in the race for the footy. Hearn can't pick it up, kicks it off the ground. Coley in the way at half back. Whoops, slipped over as he picked it up, gets the ball out to Riley. He kicks off the ground, pretty tight in the scrimmage there. Barnett bent down to pick it up, then tried to toe poke it out. Surely, umpire, Chris Hyland gets it out. Lovely handball. Unfortunately, it went behind Gage. Picked up Timmy Gardner. Handball to Gage. He can't handle it. Tackled high. Umpire agreed. Play on now. Advantage to Christian Hyland. No advantage there. Nolan did well. Weiss has got a couple to boot. Now he kicks it off the ground. Coley attacks the footy. Took the eyes off the footy as Jamie Weiss comes in. Picks it up, kicks towards centre wing. In the way there, Tom Harriet for the Thomson side. Takes the mark, half-back flank. Nice mark. Well, that's... Don't know if that's the best sort of language from a player on the ground, and rather clear. I think he was right, unfortunately. The ball was out of bounds.
Oh, no doubt.
The ball back at centre half forward, Leslie. He's got the footy. He's got a North Geelong player jumps on top of him as another came hurtling in Joel Page. And the umpire, no, he's not going to give a free kick out of all that. At centre half forward, just forward of centre for the Thomson side. Umpire will put the ball in the air.
Thomson slightly into attack. There he goes. Up they go. Norris does the ruck work. Didn't win it though. Come down to Nick Mahiris. Left foot kick to the square. Savali Armstrong there. McDermott the fist on this occasion. Goes to the back. Armstrong's after it again. Tried to keep the ball in play. Close to the boundary line. It's gone ahead of bounds of that left forward pocket. He's a bit of danger when he gets there at the moment, Savali. You're holding your breath when he gets towards the footy. But that one got away from him out of bounds. Well played, McDermott, on that occasion. Boundary umpire getting set. Not the one that just got abused, the other one. Getting set to throw it back into play. Weish goes up. Grigg wins the knockdown. Maharis a short kick out of the pack, didn't travel any distance at all. They dive in on top of it. Cut a jars at the base of that pack. And so too was the predictable Timmy Gardner. And we'll have a ball up decision about 25 metres out from goal. Thomson in attack, and they are leading 12-9-81 to 6-5-41. The margin now at to 40 points on the Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard.
Grigg didn't get the tap down, kicked off the ground by Leslie, picked up McLeod, tackled high again. Well, the umpire did see it, and he's something about his head, Todd McLeod, because the second time in about 2 minutes he's had a head-high tackle.
I think he's got a sign painted on it that says hit.
North Geelong change here, Eric.
The unfortunate part is that the man on the mark's 35 metres from goal, and Todd McLeod, an opportunity here as Jade Hayes comes off the ground. I'll be interested to see who's coming on. I think it's Chris Fryers. Maybe he's under a bit of an injury cloud as well.
He must be, Eric.
So Todd McLeod, ball returned to him. Man on the mark, 35 metres out. 45-degree angle from the outer side. Todd McLeod, Timmy Gardner advising him as he moves in. Oh, it's a shocking kick off the boot. In front. Oh, Adam Leslie in front. I don't know what happened. Jamie Weiss must have had an aberration there, because you would have thought he'd run straight at the ball, go for a chest mark. Adam Leslie came in under his guard, took the chest mark 10 metres out directly in front, and at least we can mark a score there for Thomson, I think, Cookie, surely. But should not miss Adam Leslie from man in the marks 11 metres in front of the goal as Leslie now moves in. Good looking kick straight over the umpire's head. That's another goal for Thomson. They're starting to run away in this third quarter now. 13 goals, 9-87. Lead North Geelong 6-5-41. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. Almost 15 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, getting back to what we spoke about just after half-time about some of the injured players, Eric, I think just before Cookie came back here, Chris Fryers, he's had 2 kicks and 4 handballs. There's definitely got to be something wrong with him. Not so long ago, he was BOG, I think, at Winch, wasn't it, one of those games, and, he's a better footballer than that and just can't touch the footy. Lee Hardman can't get a handle on the footy at all. He's had 6 kicks and 1 handball, but that's down a lot, and he's probably 25 touches for the day, so they've done a good job.
Les O'Brien has run a long way to come off the ground. Chris Ryder, who was named in the side to replace Troy Elzinga, coming on for his first run of the day.
Okay, back to the centre, up goes Gage. He wins the knockdown there for Thomson. Got it forward a little. But Jamie Weiss had come back to him, so he hacked it out of mid-air, kicked it out wide forward to the centre wing. Scown with the pace. Too fast for Gage. Scown kicks the shocker. Knocked back by Coley, who interrupted the flight of the football. In goes Page. He lost the footy. Come out wide, and here's a chance now for McLeod, who has a bounce. Tackled. Got a hand pass away. It's okay. Got it to the coach, Harriet. Harriet now long towards half forward. Leslie can run to the football at the back of the pack. He's got it. He's tackled. He loses the footy. And here comes Norwich. Can he pick it up? He can. He got a hand pass away just in the nick of time as he was well claimed. In goes Gardner. Down goes Gardner. The ball is towards the 50-metre arc. Picked up by Weiss in defence. He hand passes to Hearn. It's on Turk. On Turk in a bit of trouble. Sides up Barnett in the centre of the ground. And he takes the mark. He's got Allsop running through in the grandstand side if he wants to use him. He doesn't. He uses Harman, who stands beside him. And from a standing start, kicks the ball good. Well, long distance into the breeze. Good fist knocked away there. Jost Bradley of Thomson. He'll relieve the pressure. Try and set up a forward move. Bradley looks to Armstrong. McDermott with him. Armstrong cleverly craps the football. Hand passes to his teammate. Ran straight into him then. The bottom of Highland, was it? Down he went. Armstrong got put to the ball as he was tackled. Into the forward pocket goes Gardner. Shrugs up a tackle. Gardner goal!
Oh, sheer strength, Timmy Gardner, and that's the 14th for the Thomson side. 14-9-93 Thomson, North Geelong 6-5-41, Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, 17 minutes gone. Laurie, just sheer strength and brilliance.
Well, that was vintage Timmy Gardner there.
Darren Matheson was swinging off him and he was still kicking the ball.
Yeah, that was a great effort and a nice goal. Sometimes he squanders those opportunities. He wouldn't have done that 10 years ago, missed so many, but as he's got on later on, but he's still capable of breaking the packs and very handy player when everything's running good. He can finish off beautifully.
Thomson 14-9-93, North Geelong 6-5-41. The margin now at the 52 points. It's all Thomson on the third quarter Raiders bingo scoreboard.
Well, in the middle, Jamie Weiss got the best of the tap down. Michael Rowe tries to kick off the ground. Ball under a number of players. Umpire puts a whistle on play, and eventually players will sort themselves out. It's Michael Rowe again.
He doesn't like Tommy for some reason.
No, so the ball thrown up once again. Still in the centre circle. Weiss gets the tap down. Allsop around the body on the left foot towards half forward. Ball hasn't been there too often in this quarter. Scown does well, but in defence the Thomson defenders are doing well. Coley, handball to Highland. Handball to Dowie. Now Dowie runs clear. Lovely looking kick to space. The leads come from Nick Maharis. Handball forward to Timmy Gardner. Can he pick it up? He can. He gets around Cuttajar too easily. Now gets past Barnett. Gets a handball to Dowie. And who was that? Matheson? Matheson was too busy arguing with Nick Maharis and forgot there was a player heading goalwards who happened to be Brett Dowie. And he does get his kick now. The umpire, there is a bit of a few players appealing. The umpire's looking at what's happening behind the play. What's happened here?
Behind or out of bounds.
So it's a rush behind to Thomson, 14-10-94. They lead North 6-5-41. North only one behind in this third quarter. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard, 19 minutes gone.
So Shane Allsop getting the football, eventually retrieving himself. No one else wanted to get it for him. So Slopsy's got it in the goal square. He's defending. Sizing up the options. Barnett is straight and so too is Cuttajar. McDermott is out wide on a half-back flank. Told to hurry up now, and Allsop puts the boot in. That's a better kick by Allsop. Up he goes. Marcus Forbes. He's the ever today.
That's got to be 50. Michael Rowe's thrown him down to the ground.
The umpire's 2 metres away.
And he's carried him forward about 3 metres in the throwdown and still no penalty. And it wasn't in the marking contest
No,
either, so
the mark was absolutely completed.
I'll probably look at that this week down there at the Geelong Football Umpires League and say, probably should have paid that 50. Let's see how Forbes can go. He's kicked a couple of long bombs. The man of the mark stands at 52 metres out from goal. He's got to kick it about 56. He gets close to the man of the mark. He gets under it. It's high. It's to the square. Right to the square, in fact. Up they go. Grigg couldn't take the mark. Knocked away by Nolan. At ground limit it goes out towards Cutter-Jar. Here comes McLeod. He's got it for the Thomson. Got a hand pass back towards Gardner, who did the shepherding. Gardner now straightens up and goes backwards. Well played, because he found his teammate there in Dan O'Connor, who takes yet another mark and will pick up yet another kick. Rack them up, Laurie, on their stats, because he's going to
10 and 6 he's had.
Oh, he could be in the boats, I reckon. He's going all right. Dan O'Connor goes in towards the lead of Nick Maharis, who takes the mark and puts the hand of the ear as if to say, can you hear me? Or did you hit me?
Yeah.
I think it was, did you hit me?
I think it might have been, did you hit me?
He got one in the left listener.
And the problem is the umpires are allowing too much of this today. I'm not in favour of that, I can tell you. So man on the mark, 40 metres out. Nick Maharis now moves in. He's got underneath that as well. It's going to land right on the goal. In fact, it's gone through for behind. 2 goals 3 to the boot of Nick Maharis. And 14 goals 11 for Thomson. 95. North Geelong 6-5-41. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 21 minutes gone.
He's had 12 kicks and 1 handball, Maharis.
He's had a much better day, hasn't he?
Well, him and Forbes have dominated the forward zone, haven't they? They've been too tall for their opponents.
Forbes had 10 kicks and 1 handball.
And how many marks? He's taken some good marks too.
Throw Armstrong in there as well.
And here's the kick out from Allsop. It's a beautiful kick way outside the defensive 50, and up goes Nolan and takes the mark in front of his opponent, and he took that mark outside the defensive 50 into the breeze, so it was a beautiful kick. Ships it short to Barnett, who runs on it, takes the mark just 20 metres away, so he's only about 25 metres out of the defensive 50. Went to play on and didn't run off his mark, so the umpire let him stay there. Correct call. They're just working out where he's going to go now, young Barnett. He elects to go long around the line. The kick wasn't too good. Up they went, almost a mark to Coley. Couldn't take it. Rowe was there. He couldn't get it. A hand pass out of the pack came from Jade Hayes. Got it to Russell Hearn. He's going to be tackled. Cleverly eludes his opponent. Turns back away from trouble. Got it to Hayes, who ran into trouble. But he was still good enough to get his right foot into the footy down towards Bessie. Haven't sided much of him. Aitchison done a great job. Bessie's got it. Tackled by Aitchison. Lost the footy in that bit of play. Here comes Denneman. Here comes the boundary line. Boundary throw in far side of the ground. Half forward flank. And North Geelong in one of their few forward thrusts.
So 22 minutes gone, third quarter. 35 metres from the scoring area for North Geelong. Good throw in. That was Brett Nolan doing the ruck work up there. I don't know how he's got up there. The ball comes toward the boundary once again.
I reckon he's having a run on the ball, and that's probably about time because they need to win the game somehow, Eric.
Probably good comment, Cookie, and they really need to do something because they're struggling desperately at the moment. The ball, well, Thomson have worked it another 10 metres away. It's about 50 from the goal area for North Geelong. Ball thrown in by the boundary umpire. Half forward, Habib doing the ruck work. Ball comes to ground. Habib goes to ground. Picked up by Allsop. Forced onto his right foot and kicks it towards the goals. But it's out on the full. He got a little bit too much of the right angle on it. And it's a free kick to Bradley for Thomson.
He's deep in defence, probably about 30 metres out from the goal. He's defending Aaron Bradley. Looks to go straight up the ground. It's a beautiful kick. That is a great kick, and Gage doesn't let him down. He honours the kick and takes the mark at centre half-back. Across the ground he goes. O'Coley's provided some run from half-back. He marks safely on his chest.
Shocking
he kicks an absolute wrong deal gone wobbler, but it's okay. It bounced all right. Thomson with the ball through
over the back, son.
It up at the over the back, son. They said Leslie took the mark. Leslie played on, and Leslie kicked the goal.
He did not look. He did not look at the goals. I was watching him.
On the boot.
Oh, unbelievable
They're
goal.
sailing through for Thomson. They can do no wrong.
15th goal for Thomson. 15-11, 101. 6-5-41 North Geelong. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard, 23 and a half minutes. Laurie, I was right behind. He did not look at those goals.
No, he didn't, but he is a skillful player, Eric. But the thing that concerns me most was the lack of pressure coming out of the forward line from North Geelong. It was a terrible kick from Josh O'Coley, but he could have kicked it, bounced it, do what he liked. There was no one around him, and that's got to be a worry for Daryl Jones, the lack of pressure.
Gage off and Panther on.
That's not a bad move. Gage has had a terrific 2.5 quarters.
And Mitchell preparing to come on as well. Back into the centre. Here we go. Up they go. The big fella Grigg got the knockout. He got into the ruck since Gage has gone off guard and they got a hand pass away. It was okay. One will come back here. That looked like Dowie, was it? Down the ground on the right foot towards half-forward Mahiris. Hands on the foot. He couldn't mark it. Matheson is behind him. He's in trouble. He's going to be tackled by Leslie. Matheson gets a hand pass away under pressure. Forbes has intercepted it. He's got it to Armstrong, the danger man. He threw the ball away when tackled for mine. Should be penalised. The umpire might have called advantage because it ran up with Jade Hayes at half-back. He goes towards almost to the centre wing, diving attempt from Russell Hearn. Couldn't mark it. Hand pass comes back here for Thomson. A little kick inboard is okay. Marked by Russell Grigg. Kicks the ball towards centre half forward. Armstrong up in front and he takes the mark.
He's a bit of a handful for Joe McDermott. He's having a big day, Savali Armstrong, almost in the centre square. Now decides to go long. He again gets under it. It's gone a fair way though. It's going to land just almost in the goal square. Comes to ground. Runners wanted here, and North all but happy to rush a behind. 15 goals, 12, 102 Thomson. 6-5, 41 North Geelong. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. We've gone past 25 minutes. We're in time on in the third quarter.
Now Mitchell's just come onto the ground and coming up is Todd McLeod, who's going to take that hit me sign off the top of his head. I think that's why he's come off. Short kick in's okay, marked by Barnett. Only 25 metres out from goal. He's defending, goes to the defensive 50. Jade Hayes. I said he needed to lift and he's going okay now. He takes that mark in the defensive 50. Kicks out wide towards the centre wing. The leader's on. The mark taken there by Chris Ryder, who we haven't seen much of at all. He's been on the bench most of the day. Might be his first touch. He got a kick up towards Hearn. He's in a bit of trouble. Within there, Denneman. Hearn just lost his footing as he was getting around Denneman. Was it a trip? Was it anything else? No, it was a ball in.
Boundary line.
It was a ball in. That's what it was.
Those little legs were going too quick, I think, Russell. So the ball out of bounds. Just forward of centre wing, out of side. 26 minutes gone, third quarter. Good quarter for Thomson. As the ball thrown in there, Greg missed the footy, but he has got a free kick out of it. The umpire said that Jamie Weiss got into his back.
It was an advantage, wasn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it could have been because Thomson were away. They had the control of the footy. Now, Greg kicks it long towards half forward. Forbes at the back. Good defensive work there by Onturk. Comes to Hayes. He goes back to centre wing. Numbers with North out there as Weiss takes the mark. He's got Scan in support. Sees him. Just chips it forward. Just inside the boundary line. And Brad Scan just forward of centre wing. 26 and a half minutes gone. 102 plays 41. Thomson in front. Brad Scan centre wing. Taking a long time to kick the footy. And that's it, Laurie, like they've been too static, haven't they?
Oh, definitely, Eric. It's a real contrast to what we've seen the last few times we've watched North Geelong. They've taken opportunities and played on. They haven't done it today. Full
credit to Thomson. They've covered their men well. That kick from Scown found Harbin just to be a 15 away. Harbin has a bounce now, runs. Jade Hayes trips across towards centre half forward. Still 2.5 kicks out from goal. Took the mark. Then wanted to chip it short, sideways. Okay, got Russell Hearn taking the mark for him. Hearn, another short chip is on. They've worked the ball well now as Barnett marks, but he's still a long way out from goal. 2 kicks, I would think. He's having a bit of a look. I think he's way too far out to kick a goal into the breeze.
Well, the man on the mark's at 48, so it'll be a huge kick directly into the breeze.
It would be, wouldn't it? Now, Barnett, not a bad kick usually. Went short. Sold the dummy, went short, and the lead is on. And Chris Ryder, I think it is, takes the mark in that pocket.
Well, he's only been on 5 minutes and he's shown a bit of dash, Cookie. They've perhaps needed that.
Yeah, I would have thought he could have had a run earlier considering the state of the game. But Ryder has got the ball. It'll still be a good kick because he's pretty close to the fence.
Bad angle.
He's probably about 35 metres. Got to kick at 40 perhaps. Kicks into the breeze. The goal umpire drifting across to his left. All clear, given it's a minor score to Chris Ryder.
So behind to Chris Ryder. Second behind for the quarter to North. 6-6-42. They trail Thomson 15-12, 102 Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes gone.
North Geelong just 1 goal since quarter time.
Good well, I'm amazed that Chris Ryder's out there, Eric. It was 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. I saw him sitting on the bench for the reserves.
And yet he's been quite prominent in the few minutes Laurie's been there.
Well, we've both been baffled, haven't we, that he can't play in the senior side.
That's a lovely kick there from Troy Maharis.
Mitchell.
Marked in the middle of the ground by Mitchell. So Mitchell now, he's getting plenty of calls on centre wing. Oh, it's not a good looking kick, and well, luck is a fortune because running under the ball was Chris Fryers, picked up there by Noel Riley. He kicks looking for the lead there of Maharis, follows up Riley, gets the ball to Panther. Panther, hook round the bottom. Oh, I tell you what, when you're hot, you're hot. Ross Panther, hardly a touch all day, picked it up, hooked it around the body, and he has kicked the goal. So it's all Thomson at the present moment. Panther just back on the ground has kicked his
4
first.
kicks for the day, Eric.
And, well, then that's a goal. 1 goal, 1. He's kicked 16 goals, 12. 108 Thomson. 6-6-42 North Geelong. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, 29 minutes gone.
Yeah, but did you have a look in front of us there? They could have raffled it there.
Yeah,
there was
true.
no doubt. As a matter of fact, they nearly stuffed it up. They had too many Thomson players in
Couple of blokes got in the way there.
Yeah, they did. Forbesy got in the road. He should have probably shepherded, and the wheels have certainly fallen off for North.
Yes, just 1 goal since quarter time. As I mentioned before, up goes Grigg, does the work where Grigg won that one down too. Went towards Highland, couldn't get it. Rowe got a little kick out of the centre, kicked it out. Well, more towards the wing than half forward. Russell Hearn's got it. He's tried hard all day, but he's tackled, claimed, loses possession. Jade Hayes, a hand pass away.
Good tackle.
Oh, great tackle from Michael Rowe. And he's buried. That was a big fella, was it?
No, Dowie.
That was Dowie. That was Grigg for a minute. He certainly buried him into the turf. He's going nowhere. It's a ball up. And we'll see Grigg do some action here as no one can get near it. Actually, it comes back to Grigg, who plays the part of the rover. No problem at all for Russell Grigg. Down he goes. McDermott dropped the mark he would have liked to have held. Kick off the ground, didn't travel far for North. Hand pass come out towards, might have been Highland. His kick is into the forward zone. Here comes Armstrong. Runs inside 50. Has a bounce. Somali Armstrong straightens up. Somali Armstrong kicks his 7th goal.
That's the 17th for the Thomson side. 17-12, 114 to 6-6-42 North Geelong Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard. 30 and a half minutes gone. 8 goals to 2 points, Laurie, for the quarter.
Yeah, look, it's a sensational quarter for Thomson. There's no doubt about that.
Do you think the lead's big enough, Laurie?
I think it's... Well, I'll tell you what, at North are very good. If they can pitch it for me, I'll give you the drum. Look, I was just watching some good play here before, and it's one of the things that has affected North today. Hardman's had to run. He's been running with O'Connor. O'Connor's been stopping him away from the contest and been keeping Hardman away as well, and that's good coaching and good thinking by O'Connor.
So the ball in the middle again. Grigg got the tap down. Coming through Dowie, tapped it to Highland. Highland now, gee whiz, he's having a birthday. Finds Sabali Armstrong. Getting support there is Noel Riley. Off the ground, Riley continues running. Unfortunately, Nick Mahara's handball just a little to his feet rather than to his hands.
That was a shocker. I'll talk to you about that one.
Ball stop off and Page back on.
And Riley took the ball to the boundary line, and it's at the 50-metre arc in the forward half for the Thomson side. Attacking again, 31 and a half minutes gone. 114 to 42. A huge lead for Thomson as the boundary umpire brings the ball into play. Pushed in the back west, gets the tap down. Fryers immediately tackled. Matheson in there, he's immediately tackled. The tackling of the forwards all the Thomson players has been absolutely ferocious all day.
Particularly the forwards. A couple of weeks ago I did ask Tommy Harriott, I didn't think your forwards kept the ball in, they didn't tackle, they didn't chase. He's worked on that. I think I might have got him a victory here. The ball comes back into play, goes towards Leslie, hacked out of the grab by Forbes, who kicks the ball down the ground, and it bounced into the goal square. Only North Geelong players there. Rowe was one of them, but the siren has mercifully for the North Geelong Football Club sounded. We'll just get this, 17-12, 114 Thomson, North Geelong 6-6-42, so 8 goals to none. Kicked that quarter by the Tommy Tigers.
Exactly right, goal kickers for Thomson. Sabali Armstrong has 7, 2 each to Marcus Forbes, Adam Leslie and Nick Maharis, and singles to Ross Panther, Noel Riley, Tim Gardner and Christian Hyland. For North Geelong, 2 to Chris Barnett, 1 to Michael Rowe, 1 to Clint Vesey, 1 to David O'Brien and 1 to Jason Abib. It is three-quarter time here, 17-12, 114 Thomson, 6-6-42 North Geelong. We'll go to a break. When we return, Laurie's thoughts on that third quarter. All Thomson, you're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.